Junior Rotax time here at Hooton Park. It's been an interesting first 6 heats leading up to this. Jake Gresty has almost completely dominated, with only Drew Perry and Leighton Cooper getting a look in the third heat of each day's activity. But here we are into the final, and it's Gresty from Cooper, Perry and Loughran. Then it's Kieran Kay, Troy Spencer and Connor Kay that round out the field, and it's going to be a much faster rolling start with the sun starting to peak out now around the circuit. Here we go. The Alonso chassis round the outside. That is the 7 trying to squeeze through to spin right in front of the field.
Oh, that is the man that won the final heat. That's Leighton Cooper.
Oh dear,
Leighton
oh dear.
Cooper spinning out. He won the fight. If you want to win any of the heats, it's the final heat leading into the final because you have all the momentum. Let's have a look.
So this is Cooper going around the outside. Look, he's just dropped it onto the curbs. Someone else has squeezed in. That's what it is, the 77. Drew Perry gets nerfed.
It wasn't Drew's fault. He's just managed to catch him as he's coming back on. And Leighton Cooper, who was the man with the momentum in Heat 6, taking that win. He's not going to win the final. He was hoping he would use that momentum.
Oh, and there goes the red speed. Goodness me, the red speed chassis. Up in the air goes the arm of the 23 of Kieran Kay. He was very disappointed indeed with that one. And he nearly got caught up in the first corner incident as well. Look, up the inside, Kieran Kay trying to get into third. He's in a mud bath there, squeezed aside by Jack Loughran as he comes through.
I don't think Jack did anything wrong, to be honest. He's just sliding wide himself, and Kieran's just got squeezed a little bit, but it's carried on. But there's some cloths and some fairy liquid needed on that car after the race.
It's a bitter disappointment for the Kays because, of course, Connor Kay was the one who got spun out with Leighton Cooper in the first corner of the first lap. And then in the last lap, Kieran Kay is squeezed, and basically the kart now looks like a creature from the Black Lagoon rather than a red speed.
Oh! That was lucky for Loughran as he held it together. He had
just about. Mind you, the kart
the curb, and he could easily have spun it round there.
I tell you what, the kart
was
very, very tempted to go sideways through all of that, wasn't it, Loughran? He got sideways and kind of kept it sideways for the next couple of 100 metres. But anyway, Jake Gresty and Drew Perry, both on a pair of Cosmic chassis, running out of the front end of the field. It's the Alonso chassis there of the 54, Jack Loughran. You're probably wondering, if you're watching karting for the first time, Alonso, does that have anything to do with Fernando? Certainly does. That's his karting brand, which he runs from Spain and has taken all over the world, of course. And it's one of the leading kart chassis in the modern era. Although the Cosmic out in front for Jake Gresty, it's got plenty of history from the OTK group and is still running strong.
Indeed, won 4 of the 6 heats this weekend so far. He probably lost a little bit of confidence after Heat 6. Drew Perry, late entry, 11 p.m. Friday night. His mum contacted me to say, yeah, we're coming. And I bet he's happy he did now, because 3 trophies on offer to the top 3 in this one. It looks like he'll be taking one home.
There's definitely a joke about the 11th hour, which is quite literal now, of course, with that one from Drew Perry to get the entry in. But Jack Loughran we saw going through, Kieran Kay, Troy Spencer, Leighton Cooper's come through now as well, and he is making up some ground pretty quickly, actually. He's only 10 seconds off the lead, is Leighton Cooper, so he's made some pretty amazing progress in those first couple of laps, having spun away down the back, and he would have lost a bit more than 10 seconds in just recovering the kart. So Leighton Cooper's lap times, I would not be surprised if he's actually gaining, you know, quite a lot over the course of these next couple of laps as they come through. Gresty, Perry and Loughran. Then it's Kieran Kay, who's actually dropping back a little bit from the guys in front, as is Troy Spencer. Leighton Cooper, his pace is actually comparable with that of the race leader. He's obviously got the red mist. He's driving angry. He's not losing a lot of time to Gresty as well. Oh, that's Loughran. He goes wide and Kay's got him. So Kay gets sweet revenge.
Yeah, Jack Loughran, not sure what happened there. Seemed to lock it up, go wide on the grass. He's recovered it, fortunately, and he's still in the mix. There he is on the 54. 29 now. Troy Spencer hounding him.
Well, also Leighton Cooper there, the number 7, is there in 6th position, and he is gaining time rapidly. He is actually charging onto the back of these 3. So I would suspect that Leighton Cooper's got a chance of a podium here still. He's got a long way to go.
Oh, that's the man in...
That's 4th, the 3rd place man, that's Kieran Kay.
Oh,
he's got a technical flag. Now let's have a look and see if we can spot anything. What is it that's caused that? Has he got a problem with the bumper? It doesn't look like it. Maybe he's lost a chain guard or something like that, but he's certainly picked up a problem of some kind that the stewards have noted, and he's got the technical flag. Now that is a disaster for Kieran Kay.
That's the 3rd place spot gone for Kieran Kay. He'll have to pull into park firmly, sort out whatever it is. He can rejoin the track if he does that, but no point. These
He'll
are
lose
12 lap
so
finals.
much time. He'll lose so much time.
It doesn't make any sense to rejoin the track. It's not a championship.
He's got his hand in the air. He's looked at it. He realised he's getting the flag. I can't see anything though. Cosmetically, cosmetically, I can't see anything.
We can't, but obviously the officials have, so that's why they've given him a
I wonder if he's lost the chain guard or something that has parted company with the car. He's got his hand in the air. He's pulling off. And it's devastating. He's looking down towards the engine, so clearly something in that part of the kart has got. Look at Leighton Cooper. He's absolutely swarming around the back of Troy Spencer as he tries desperately now to get into fourth position. Sideways tank slappers coming out of turn 2 for both of them, as now Leighton Cooper comes around the outside. He's going to tuck back for the inside. He hasn't got the rubber. There's too much rubber on that inside line though, so there's not enough traction. Spencer keeps it round the outside and gets better purchase off the corner.
Absolutely, double apex in the middle of the track, and here he is looking up the inside, but again, like you say, Jake, that's where the grip isn't down the inside. It looks like that's the line you want to take, but just getting the power down. Now he's looking for the outside.
Oh, he's got too much!
Corner.
Goodness me, Troy Spencer goes too wide.
He's got to have him now, surely.
Well,
Spencer's lost all his momentum.
He got on the grass, and now Leighton Cooper's got an opportunity, but he's got to be smart about where he makes the move, because he knows that Spencer will be trying to make that car as wide as a Buick. He almost got the chance on the inside line there, but still, Troy Spencer is keeping this kart very wide, but that's how hard they're pushing. They are flirting with those white lines on the outside line and heading onto the dirt in some cases. There's Jack Loughran, third position, and Spencer versus Cooper battling wheel to wheel for fourth.
Don't mention white lines, Jake. We're not mentioning white lines in this programme.
Oh, I see. Well, I saw them on the circuit, so I assume they were still there. Sideways, Troy Spencer in front of Leighton Cooper, into the right, into the left. Now this time you want to make sure you stay off that little mud bath on the outside of the corner. That's much more tidy. And there is your race leader, Jake Gresty, just charging away into the distance. 5.5 seconds lead he's got on that man in the background, Drew Perry.
Yeah, masterclass performance this weekend for Jake. He's won 4 of the 6 heats. There was 2 that he didn't come out on top of. But when it matters, the final with the big pot to the winner and the Ferrari watch, here comes Jake Gresty. Cameras come out and Gresty performs.
So the 2 Alonso chassis are still going hammer and tongs for 4th and 5th positions, as Spencer and Cooper are having an absolute dogfight there for 4th position. That's what I love. You've got the top 3 look pretty much settled. Oh, I say that, and Jack Loughran overshoots in the S's. He just ran straight over the grass. So a big problem there for Jack Loughran. He's got to try and rein that sort of speed in. He just overshot. I think he just missed his braking point.
No, he's kept it going anyway.
He has
still
kept
there
it going
in third
place.
10.7 seconds back of the leader. Spencer is
Heart-stopping
well
moment,
behind
though.
him.
Heart-stopping moment for Loughran for definite. When you go over the S's there, especially in the wet, I've seen plenty of drivers.
Yep.
Plenty of drivers have ended up with
on the
a
green
tyre
stuff.
sandwich.
Absolutely. Rubber and grass do not mix very well in the wet conditions.
So Gresty runs through the S's. That's the clean line through. He's just dancing with the car. Look at him. He's absolutely nailing every single apex. Hits the brakes the right moment, plows back on the throttle, runs around the outside apex. This is the optimum wet line. He's got it absolutely sussed and comes through. Look at that, 47.34 in these conditions. That is brilliant.
That's quick.
Hang on a minute. That's Cooper Leighton. Leighton Cooper, sorry. Leighton Cooper. So fast, he's going backwards. Leighton Cooper's got through. He's got past Troy Spencer. Now, he didn't pick up the move, but he has now got himself up into 4th position. Now, I would suspect...
2 laps to go, though, Jay.
Yeah, he's not got time to get to 3rd. That's the annoying factor. If he hadn't had that spin at the first corner, who knows where he could have ended up in this one.
He's got to take those positives out of the weekend, though. All right, he spun at the beginning. He's not going to get a pot. He's not going to take a trophy home, but it's been a good performance nevertheless, and he's come out on top of the little battles that he's had on track. Troy Spencer now dropping back. Last lap board for Jake Gresty. As he looks off to the left, probably sees his dad there. He almost wants to give him a thumbs up. But you don't want to do that, because I've seen that before. Somebody's done that to the dad on the edge of the track and then spun off on the last lap with about a 10-second lead. Yeah,
with the circuit being in the damp, wet conditions that it is now, you've just got to concentrate and focus on every single apex. This is one of those circuits, Hooton Park, but if you're not prepared for it, if you are caught out in the last moment, it will bite. And speaking of which, I think Drew Perry's had a moment. Drew Perry's had a moment. He's suddenly got Jack Loughran right underneath him, so he must have made a mistake somewhere. So Drew Perry was about 7 seconds back from Gresty. That run to the flag could be close, but here comes Gresty out of the final turn. He's absolutely romped away to the victory here at Hooton Park. Jake Gresty, that's what it means. Boom, thank you and good night. Jake Gresty wins brilliantly. And one last chance for Loughran. He was never going to make that one work on the inside line. Just hoping he could catch Drew Perry out. But Perry has come through for second place. Jack Loughran in a very solid third position. Unfortunate for Leighton Cooper. That could have been a podium had it not been for the spin at the first corner. And in fifth place across the line, it is going to be Troy Spencer, with Connor and Kieran Kay bitterly disappointed after a strong showing this weekend, unable to convert it into the results they wanted. But Jake Gresty takes the victory in front of Perry and Loughran. Not a bad day.
Jake, easy victory for you in the end in that final, but the earlier heats not so easy. Certainly heat 5 or 6, I think, was a bit difficult. Just talk us through your weekend then.
We were fast in practice on Saturday. 10-lap practice, we were the fastest. I won heat 1, won heat 2, and then in heat 3 we made a bit of a mistake on tyre choice, and that put us third. And then heat 4 today we won, heat 5 we won, and then a bit of contact at the start put us back, and then I ended up pushing too hard and spun out, and then we started pole for the final. And it may have looked easy, but staying consistent was pretty tricky. Yeah, that's true. And a different weekend this weekend with random grid positions. I think you used to time qualifying. Not used to time qualifying. No, random grids. Okay. So, and you prefer what do you prefer, random grids or time qualifying? Yeah, random grids, because then it's easier when you're up against the same sort of level of drivers for the final. Okay. And this weekend, who do you want to thank for your success? I'd like to thank me and Cooper for the team, my mum, my dad, my sister, and all my family who supported at home. Okay, well done. Thank you.
Junior Rotax have entertained us royally, but in part 5 it's time to make the rafters rock with Mini Rock here at Hooton Park. You won't want to miss this one, folks.